Program BA, Subject Optional English, Semester 3, Session 68. Facets of Language, Negotiating Discourse, Speech and Writing. Let us first see what we had discussed in the previous session. The following are the functions of language: expressive function, directive function, conative function, referential function, metalinguistic function, poetic function and phatic function. So we have also seen language is used to fulfill more than one function simultaneously. In a given situation, language has one dominant function and many subordinate functions, that is micro and macro function. Speech and writing. Spoken language came before written language. There is no evidence of written language 5500 years ago, and many languages even today have no written form. The child learns to speak first, then write. In societies which have writing systems, written language becomes important, unimaginable without it. And no user of language uses one uniform variety of language, and people vary the language according to the use to which it is. Spoken language is a vast subject, and a little is known in hard statistical terms of the distribution of different types of speech in people's everyday lives. If we list a number of different types of speech and consider how much of each day or week we spend engaged in each one, we can only roughly guess at some sort of frequency ranking, other than to say that casual conversation is almost certainly the most frequent for most people. The rest will depend on our daily occupation and what sorts of contacts we have with others. Some different types of speech might be telephone calls, business or private, service counters, shops, tickets, offices, and interviews, job, journalistic, in official setting, etc. And the written language is the secondary form of language. It is visible, written or printed, and hence more permanent. And the features of written language. Written language is more structural, and in a written language it is heavily pre-modified. Noun phrases are quite common. For example, a man who turned into a human torch 10 days ago after snoozing in his locked car while smoking his pipe has died in hospital. The written language sentences are generally structured in subject, and the use of passive is found in written language. In written language, vocabulary, for example, a lot of, thing, nice, do, stuff, etc., is not taken generally. In written language, some syntactic form is not repeated. In any particular situation, there are three key factors in the context that affect the choices we make from the language system, that is the field, tenor and the mode. So this is the register according to Halliday, that is in any particular situation, that these three key factors in the context that affect the choices that we make from the language. So let us see the first one, mode. It refers to the medium in which language is transmitted, whether it is in speech or writing. Spoken, that is face to face, It relies on non-verbal signals, gestures, facial expressions. If it is written, effect of intonation cannot be conveyed except in symbols. Addressees are not present, so cannot respond. Let us see what we had discussed till now. No user of language uses one uniform variety of language, and a variety of language is used for a particular purpose in a particular situation. It is divided into three factors of language, that is mode, tenor and domain. Mode refers to the medium in which language is transmitted, and they are speech and writing.